I thank all the Japalites. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayam Budirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pankam Lamgaiti Girim Yatkupatma Mahamande Shri Guru Tenataram Padmananda Madhavam Chaitanya Ishwaram. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 13, Dhritarashtra quits the home, text number 11. Hope you all can able to see the text.
Yes, Prabhu.
Apina Suhruda Stata Bandhava Krishna Devata Dusta Shuta Vayadavaha Swapuryam Shukam Asate. Word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Api, whether na our Suhruda, well-wishers, Tata, or my uncle, Bandhavaha, friends, Krishna Devataha, those who are always wrapped in the service of Lord Sri Krishna. Drishtaha, by seeing them. Shrutaha, or by hearing about them. Ma, either. Yadavaha, the descendants of Yadu. Swapuryam, along with their residential place. Sukham asate, if they are all happy. Translation. My uncle, you must have visited Dwaraka, in that holy place, or our friends and well-wishers, the descendants of Yadu, who are always wrapped in the service of the Lord Sri Krishna. You might have seen them or heard about them, or are they all living happily in their abodes? Purport. The particular word Krishna Devata, that is, those who are always wrapped in the service of Lord Krishna, is significant. The Yadavas and the Pandavas, who are always wrapped in the thought of the Lord Krishna and his different transcendental activities, were all pure devotees of the Lord, like Vidura. Vidura left home in order to devote himself completely to the service of the Lord. But the Pandavas and the Yadavas were always wrapped in the thought of Lord Krishna. Thus, there is no difference in their pure devotional qualities, either remaining at home or leaving home. The real qualification of a pure devotee is to become wrapped in the thought of Krishna favorably, that is, knowing well that Lord Krishna is the absolute personality of Godhead. Kamsa, Jarasandha, Shishupala, and other demons like them were also always wrapped in the thought of Lord Krishna, but they were absorbed in a different way, namely unfavorably, or thinking him to be a powerful man only. Therefore, Kamsa and Shishupala are not on the same level as pure devotees like Vidura, the Pandavas, and the Yadavas. Maharaj Yudhishthir was also always wrapped in the thought of Lord Krishna and his associates at Dwaraka. Otherwise, he would not have asked all about them from Vidura. Maharaj Yudhishthir was therefore on the same level of devotion as Vidura, although engaged in the state of affairs of the kingdom of the world. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshmurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Atapatakabalam Sri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Cha Vishakhanvitam Cha Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostame तप्तकाञ्चन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. So yesterday we heard before these words what really happened. Now, in these words, King Yudhishthir Maharaj is very eager to know what happened in the various places, like Vidura. He visited so many holy places. Surely, you would have also visited Dwarka and other holy tirthas. This is the confidence of Yudhishthir Maharaj. Because Vidura is his uncle now. Now he wants to know and what he can get from his uncle. It's spiritually. Just like our own uncle, he is very dear to us. When uncle goes out and again he comes back home, we may be looking some goodies or some cookies or something. Uncle, what did you bring for me? Uh, Surely you would have brought some chocolates and biscuits. Can you please share like that? The children would ask normally. In the same way, Yudhishthir Maharaj also, but spiritually he was wanting to know more and more from Vidura. So Vidura, surely you would have visited so many places, and Vidura also wanted to give them the best spiritual knowledge, but at the same time he did not want to share any negativity with them because that may disappoint them and they may not be much progress in their devotional service. So that is the uh, understanding between them. Now Vidura is ready to explain because the previous verses we learned that Vidura uh, he came back to Hastinapura and all the parivar received him very nicely. He bathed and he had some dinner and now he is ready to share all his realizations. So in this verse, one key sentence is there. This is the main course of the verse that is called rapt thought of Krishna. That is Bandhavaha Krishna Devataha. The word meaning Krishna Devata is those who are always wrapped in the service of Lord Sri Krishna. That is the meaning of the word. So the whole verse talks about the rapt thought of Krishna, always remembering Krishna, never forget Krishna. So in this way, Acharya is also explaining in so many ways how we should always remember Krishna. Actually, the dictionary meaning of rapt means I just browsed. It says that completely fascinated or absorbed by what one is seeing or one is hearing. This is the meaning of rapt. So when we also see the videos of Lord Krishna, or when we hear attentively of the narrations or the nectar of the pastimes of Sri Krishna, we are in the rapt thought of Krishna. So what happens when we are in this rapt thought means our all the senses will be completely absorbed in the service of Krishna. Then what would happen when we are in the service of Krishna? Because when the senses are engaged in the service of Krishna, then our senses completely come under the control. And if we can able to continue this process for a longer time, then our senses will be purified. First senses engaging in the service of Krishna, then the senses coming to the control of the mind, then over a period of time the senses will be purified, and in that purified consciousness we will really enjoy the bliss of Krishna consciousness. So, on the same lines, there are so many wonderful personalities, especially the gopis. And among the gopis, the Astasakis, among the Astasakis, Lalita and Vishaka, and among them is the most exalted pleasure potency of Krishna is Srimati Radharani. She is always in the rapt thought of Krishna. She never forget Krishna, not even a second. Always she is thinking of Krishna. So she is Krishnamati actually. So also the queens of Krishna and Rukmini Devi, she was always, when Narada Maharshi came to Rukmini, and Narada Maharshi was explaining how does he look like. He's a bluish face and, Shyam Sundar and lotus eyes and curly rings and so much wonderful face when he explains. And also he explains the activities of Krishna, and Rukmini got completely, absorbed. That is called a rapt thought about Krishna. But actually, Krishna was not there. And his activities only being described by Narada Maharshi. So she's very keenly hearing. She was completely, fascinated, absorbed the activities of Krishna. She was totally attracted. Anyway, in this Kali Yuga is very difficult to get that kind of narrations, but acharyas and their disciples are still available. When acharyas or sannyasis explain, it is so wonderful for us. We should never miss their association, especially the hearing part is very, very important. So, like that, there are so many pure devotees, those who are completely dwell in thought of Krishna. And the purport Srila Prabhupada says at the same time, there are some people, they also think of Krishna, but they think in a mundane way, in a negative way, how we can harm Krishna, how I can kill Krishna, or how I can, completely stop his activities and prove my activities are better than you. This is on a mundane platform. So that is not actually recommended for devotees. So always remembering Krishna means when you call him in reference with his devotees, Yadavaya, Madhavaya, Keshavaya Namaha, Gopal, Govinda Ram, Sri Madhusudan. When you sing these songs and in the thought of Krishna, we are completely, immersed in Krishna consciousness. When you are in rapt thought of Krishna, you are in rapt service of Krishna also. So, for example, we have kitchen cleaning, or we have hall cleaning, or we have prasadam serving, which is next week, and we have some other service. We should always meditate upon that, how I can able to organize it. And this is not actually the management, but it is how to serve Krishna by doing these services. In this way, our mind is absorbed in that service. See, in my office also, they are organizing Navaratri, and they are not doing in a proper way. They are clubbing with so many dances, which are mundane dances, and they also clubbing with the DJ. So where is it recommended in Navaratri to play DJ? So this is what going in a wrong direction. So here the rapt thought of Krishna is very, very important. Point is, many people they do multitasking. That means if he is eating and with left hand he is doing something, or if he is working on a laptop, he is doing some other works, or somebody calling him. So at a time, so many multiple tasks are they are doing, but they are not much use. Ultimately, at the end of the day, with the multitasking, not much fruitful result will come out. That is why whatever, even materially we do some work also, we should concentrate and we give our rapt attention to that. And spiritually, if you talk about, whenever we sit for Gita Bhagavatam classes, and there are a lot of distractions, but we should never deviate onto these distractions and give our full attention to the speaker or to the activities. If, for example, Gopi Gita is being sung, we need to actually see the verses and dwell into the meaning of the words, and follow the tune. In this way, we are completely absorbed. And in the meanwhile, what happens when we do this activity there, our mobile phone rings, or somebody will call us, or you want to go somewhere. These are all various distractions. So to avoid that, we are only the reason. So we can do simple things. If you are singing Gopi Geet, if you are a part of that, or if you are in any kirtan, you need to completely switch off your mobile phone or put in a flight mode so that you will not get any calls. And also any other services, you need to organize it. Oh, I will do it only after this activity. And if you are doing prasadam serving, you don't have to run anywhere to do some other service. Whatever service is given with the full attention, with the rapt thought in the service of Krishna, we are supposed to engage ourselves. That gives, actually in corporate setup, it is called QoS, that means quality of service. When we do it full attention, only the service is perfect and it pleases Krishna actually. So, Srila Prabhupada in his lecture in 113.11, he says that there are two types of Suhrudas. Suhridam Sarvabhutanam, Krishna says here. But material Suhrida is also there. Like, we expect some help from somebody and we do help for them. And he will also do for us. If he does not do us, we are angry or he is angry. So many things. So these are all not favorable for Krishna consciousness. Then spiritual Suhrida is the one, if we engage somebody in Krishna service with rapt attention, then you are the real well-wisher. You are the real Suhrida of that person. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is mentioned, taking a reference from Padma Purana, I will just read it out. Smartambya satatam Vishnur, Vismartambyo najatu chit. Sarve vidhi nisheda hasyo, yetayor yeva kinkaraha. Krishna is the origin of Lord Vishnu. He should always be remembered and never forgotten at any time. All the rules and prohibitions mentioned in the Shastras should be the servants of these two principles, Padma Purana. I will just repeat it. Smartavya satatam Vishnur, Vismartavyo najatu chet, Sarve vidhi nishedashyur yetayor eva kinkaraha. So, that means even if you see in our ISKCON, we also distribute a lot of prasadam packets. There it is printed. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. So even if anybody taking this prasadam, they also think that, oh, there is a nice prasadam in the packet. And they see the caption also. What is that? Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. Then, oh, these very nice words. How do I do that? Then we are supposed to help them. We can give them, Prabhupada book and Japamala, and you chant Hare Krishna. The moment you chant Hare Krishna, and your thought is always makes you remember Krishna. And in Srimad Bhagavatam also there is one verse 2 to 36. Tasmat sarvatmana rajan hari sarvatra sarvada srotravya kirtavyascha smartavyo bhagavan nurnam. O king, it is therefore essential that every human being hear about, glorify, and remember the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, always and everywhere. So, in this way, we need to orchestrate all our daily activities so that we can remember Krishna. But unfortunately, what we do, we think we can, make ourselves our own engagements, and we will not insert Krishna's activities during our daily activities. This is the most unfortunate state of affairs in our daily life. If you can able to fill our sadhana sheet, so all the bhakti angas have been included in the sadhana sheet, starting from Mangalarati and your japa and your reading scriptures and hearing from Prabhupada and your guru, and also hearing from sannyasis and your service on the day, and you have visited any holy places, or you have done any book distribution, you have done any Sankirtan or Nagar Sankirtan. All these activities are there. If you can start feeling that, initially you may not feel much interested, but slowly, if you can try to fill, and you find a lot of gaps initially, then if you are very sincere, those gaps will be filled by our Krishna consciousness, by encouragement of all other devotees. So, in this way, this verse gives a very insight and so much eye-opening that we should always remember Krishna and make our activities, because we are the reason for our own unfortunate state. For that, Krishna has given us intelligence. Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. He has given us intelligence and we should utilize it for his service. We should not misuse it. So another key point in this verse is, Vidura left home in order to devote himself completely to the service of the Lord. So Prabhupada mentions here, either remaining at home or leaving home, the real qualification of a pure devotee is to become wrapped in thought of Krishna favorably. That means either you are in office, or you are in a house, or you are in traveling, or elsewhere you have all the opportunity to remember Krishna, chant Hare Krishna. And if anybody is asking, why are you wearing tilak and what is that you are going, we can nicely explain, and we can also motivate them. And in this way, we can make others also engage in Krishna consciousness. Okay, so on the same lines, I have just seen His Holiness Bhakti Charaswami Maharaj 2 minutes lecture. So I will just play that 2 minutes lecture. Then after that, we can wind up it. Please hear very attentively.
Sarvatra Sarvada. All the times and everywhere, no matter wherever we are, no matter in whichever situation we may be, our business should be Shrotabhya, Kirtitabhya, Smartabhya. Shrotabhya means should be heard. Kirtitabhya means should be spoken about or should be glorified. And Kirtitabhya means, Smartabhya means remembered, should be remembered. Shrotabhya, Kirtitabhya, Smartabhya. So this is how we can become absorbed in Krishna consciousness all the time. all the time we should always, like in this way, the activities of the mind will be constantly absorbed. Krishna is saying that man mana bhava, man mana bhava. Think about me all the time. Now, how to do that? How can we think of Krishna all the time? Man mana bhava means absorb your mind in thinking about me. Now, how to do that? Now, this is how we occupy the activities of the mind all the time. Chanting, hearing, and remembering. If we can always remember Krishna, if we can always hear about Krishna, if we can always sing the glories of Krishna, then the mind is constantly absorbed. Sarvatra, sarvada. And Rupa Goswami is saying that the essence of all the Vedic teachings is what? Always remember Krishna and never forget. Always remember Krishna and never forget. If we can always remember Krishna, then we are in the spiritual state. But if we forget Krishna, then we are under the clutches of the material nature, the illusory energy.
So, for this reason, all the acharyas, all the our Shiksha Gurus and Diksha Gurus, they always insist how we can able to remember Krishna. So this Acharya says, the scripture says, all others says that Krishna we should always remember. And the Supreme Lord himself says in the best verses in Bhagavad Gita, and this is the only verse repeated, that is Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyajimam Namaskuru Mam Evashyashi Sadyuktaivam Atmanam Madparayanaha. And also in 934 he says same words to Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyajimam Namaskuru Mam Evashyashi Yuktaivam Atmanam Madparayanaha. Engage your mind always in thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me and worship me, being completely absorbed in me. Surely you will come to me. So Lord is emphasizing all of us, and all acharyas are saying, and what are we doing? So we should wake up and we should actually, schedule our day in favor of Krishna consciousness. We should not take hasty decisions like upcoming Sunday morning is a holiday. I will nicely sleep, or I will go to my friend's place, or I will play some cricket, something. So these are all not recommended in the scriptures, especially the Brahma Muhurta or morning first hour. So it is not mentioned that we are not supposed to give our time for our play, but surely we can keep it aside after Krishna consciousness. This way we have to schedule our entire day so that we can completely become Krishna consciousness. Okay, thank you very much. Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai.